Alright, so what's up guys, Gally here from Daily TNG, and today I decided to play a deck at locals and give myself a little bit of a challenge. And I wanted to build a deck out of the bulk I had laying around my house. So, I ended up playing this deck. It did surprisingly well. I went 4-0. Round 1 I played versus Dark Magician. Round 2 I played versus Danger Orcust Atlanteans, which we only went 1-1, but then he just gave me the win because he was going to leave anyways. And then round 3 I played versus Pen Magician, and round 4 I played versus Salad. So pretty good matchup spread, other than like the Dark Magician, which is kind of a whatever deck. It's like it can definitely like still beat stuff, but like it's just not that good in general. It's kind of mediocre in my opinion. So whatever. And yeah, the deck was really fun. It surprisingly like turned out well. Like going through my bulk, I was able to find stuff. I was missing like obviously like good cards. Like I didn't have Twins, I didn't have Ashes, I didn't have like Call by the Graves. Like none of that stuff was sitting in my bulk. But besides the allowance to myself to use like 5 extra cards from like 5 additional extract cards, which were just like really simple ones, which were like fine. Let me pull them up. So Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, Orchestra, it wasn't Orchestra, no. Nightmare Unicorn, Topological Bomber Dragon, and Nightmare Mermaid. I allowed myself to use those 5 cards because I didn't have any in my bulk, and like those are so essential just to playing like Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So I allowed myself to use those 5 cards, and then the rest of my deck was built from my bulk. So I used 5 extra cards for my bulk. So it was a deck completely built from bulk besides the 5 extra cards. So yeah. Deck did surprisingly okay for locals. Like 4-0 is pretty good for just kind of a joke deck. Deck you can build for, besides like the Nightmare Unicorn and Bomber Dragon, I think everything else is like under $1. Maybe like Hardcore is like $1.50 or something. But yeah, everything else was super cheap in the deck, and it was surprisingly like okay. So yeah, let's go into it. Oh, you guys can check out how much bulk I have that I went through first. It's kind of insane. Yeah, so there's about like 4 plastic Tupperware things, a 3K count box, 500 count box, and then I think I have two more, or one more 1K count box, and a 5K count box that's also put away right now. So yeah, that's all the stuff I had for going into this deck. So yeah, I had a lot of stuff to sort through, and I actually got some decent cards out, and I pulled some like trade bait out of my stuff. I think I found like some Chronograph Sorcerers, a Glow Up Bulb, Night Express Knights, just some like little small stuff that's worth a little bit of money. Also, I found like a Summon Limit, just little, it's just small stuff that's worth money, so it's kind of nice. Anyways, let's go to the deck profile. Okay, so onto the deck profile. To start off with, I played 3 Veilers. It's easily one of the best hand traps right now. So it's easily like one of the best hand traps, and I had just had bulk commons from like old structure decks in my stuff that I found. That was probably the hardest thing to find. I was hoping I didn't think I had 3, but then I happened to just like find the ones from where I bought like the Lady D-Bug structure deck. I had 3 of those, so I happened to have those on me. Next, like one of the best boys in the deck, Machina Fortress. This card's awesome. It's a lot like I played a full machine deck pretty much. Besides like Veilers, I think everything else was like a machine in my deck, and it came up like to actually work out pretty well. Like playing full machines as they go through like the list, would be like, wow, that's actually kind of neat. So triple Fortress, to go with triple Fortress, triple Gear Frame. This card's good. It searches out Fortress. It's always nice. Searches out Cannon to bring back Fortress. Pretty good card just in general. It was one of my best normal summons. My second best normal summon was this boy, Macaphan Beast Tetherwolf. This just summons a token, so it allows for easy link access, which is really important as we go through the list more. Triple Card Trooper. Card's just insane in this deck. It allowed you to mill a bunch of stuff, which I thought was like really nice when you see what cards I have for graveyard. So just being able to mill cards is awesome. A 1900 beater. It's good if you like pop it with like if it's destroyed by anything. So it's really nice to have. After that, I played triple Crestone Rosenix. This is my card that I would send off of Machina Fortress or like try to mill off Card Trooper. It's a machine level 4. You can banish it from your graveyard to summon a token. So for a lot of combo plays. And now we're going to like why this deck functions well. Because like right now it's just like a mess of like random crappy machine stuff. But surprisingly, because of this engine like existing now, it's actually really good. Double Orcust Nightmare, double World Wand, double Harp Horror, and the 1 simple skeleton. So I had this all just sitting in my bulk, so I was able to find those extra pieces of Orcust. I play Orchestra, so I like my main deck currently, and so I was like, well, we might as well just continue playing Orcust. And I didn't know if I had any more, so I ended up finding these just going through one of my last boxes. I had opened a couple of Soul Views, and I ended up having it, so it was kind of nice. So I was able to play basically Orcus like machine deck, which is really cool, and you'll see why like in a little bit why the cards are nice. But this card is awesome. It's a level 8 for Machina Fortress. This whole deck is able to like easily combo out with these, especially like Fortress just discards them in the graveyard like guaranteed. Tetherwolf is like a 1-card link play, and Card Trooper can mill them. So like the whole deck is like machine synergy that goes like easily sets of Orcus combos. It's surprisingly like pretty effective. This is kind of a funny choice. So BES Big Core MK3. This is basically a Cyber Dragon, but it's level 8 and it can't be destroyed by battle 3 times, and it summons own defense, but it's a 1900. So it came up a couple times. I only drew it twice because it was only a 1-of. I didn't have more of them, but it was surprisingly okay. The Machina Cannon. There's a better card. I think it's Machina Deerform, but I don't have any. I didn't have any, so like I just couldn't put it in. But I had an old cannon. So cannon's just a level 8 that you can discard. You can also like send machines from your hand if you go to the graveyard. Yeah, and then special summon it. So it's like it's still got like decent applications in hand. It's like not really a brick to draw with Orcus, so it's fine. And finally, my last card, which was a 1-of Chris on this burn. This you can banish it to search out Rosenex, so it helps you gain hand advantage back. After that, the sickest card in the deck, limited removal. This is so funny. Like every time I resolved it, I pretty much won the game because it was like so easy to resolve for power with So alongside the what are they called? Stupid cards. So this card alongside the Orcus is like it's just such easy kills. Just alongside Fortress, it goes to 5,000. I actually played for someone, and they had a board, and literally all I did was I went like standard like Orcus combo, and then I ended on like the Longrissu plus the Galatea, and then I attacked, damage step, limiter, and named him. So yeah, pretty good times. After that, I played triple MST. Because I don't have twins, obviously, because I don't have twins in my bulk, but MST is the next best thing. I was kind of worried someone was playing Mystic Mine. I don't know if anyone was, but I didn't play it, so yeah, I didn't have to deal with it. The one orchestrated Babel, I got a super now, so I happen to have one in my bulk, which is dope. Reasoning, this card's awesome. Everything in the deck is like way different levels, like they're all over the place. 4 is like the clear best call, but like sometimes you'd still hit a Rosenex, so it's still getting advantage. This card was good. I'm probably would like rather play different cards, but like for a bulk card, that's pretty nice. After that, I had 1 Sacred Sword of 7 stars, super beat up Steel Drain that I can't trade. The 1 Imperial Order, this LTS pack one, I have like 8 of them right now because yeah, it's super common. I was like super common to pull all that stuff for me. And then the 1 Orchestrated Crescendo. So that was my main deck. It was surprisingly good. Like I said, I went 4-0 on the day and I took first. My round 1 was Dark Magician, which was really free. My round 2 was versus my teammate who was playing Danger Orchest. He won game 1, I won game 2, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm tired." He just ended up leaving and giving me the game, so he didn't want to play it out. So he was just ready to go. I don't know why really, but I ended up winning that. Until I played versus my other friend there, Grant. He was playing Pen Magicians. Game 1. I think I like narrowly won game. I won the die roll, so that was pretty much it. I made like Bomber and Longrissu, and I just like shut him out with like a pretty good hand. Game 2 I lost. Game 3 my hand was like dead, but I Card Trooper milled like 2 Orcus and a Kriston Rosenex, and my whole deck just like went off from there because like someone Card Trooper milled 3 live cards, like you're gonna win the game. Yeah, and so that happened. And then round 4 was versus Salad, and that was pretty easy. Like I think I just OTK'd him with double limiter in one game I double limited him or limited him 1 turn, and then the next turn I also limited him like because I top decked it and I killed him and it was kind of dumb. Other than that, and then in game 3, so I lost game 2 to him because that was just a better deck than my deck. I was able to make I was able to make Longrissu Bomber plus a set Orchestrated Crescendo because I opened just like an amazing hand where I had. I think it was. Oh yeah, it's because he tried to do all that stuff, and I just happened to like hard draw the Imperial Order, and I just like won the game off just like hard draw Imperial Order because I think he desired, and I just flipped Imperial Order, and his like whole hand was just like dead after that because I just had Longrissu Bomber then. Or not Longrissu Bomber. Yeah, I just had a Crescendo to stop his play and banish his monster. So yeah, the game was just like hard over because then I killed the next turn. So yeah, that was the deck. It was pretty fun on the day. We can go through the side deck, or we can go through the extra quick. Can I show you guys what I played? So I played 1 Red Ice Flare that I had sitting out around 1 Starlight Regeneration. I never made that. Like the 3 was like maybe someone Veiler and get it off, but like it never came up. So yeah, there's that. 1 Galatea. one Bomber Dragon, this is one of the cards I put in, one Laundrisu, one Orcustrian, double Link Spider. These were to combo with the, this is a combo with Rosenex in case it ever came up. Nightmare Phoenix which I put in, Nightmare Unicorn which I put in, Cerberus which I put in, and then Mermaid. And then I think I had Mermaid in bulk. And then these are also bulk. So what was the other card I put in? Oh, Galatea. So it was Galatea, Bomber, Unicorn Phoenix, and Cerberus, because all my Galateas are in Orca stack right now. So yeah, if I had Dingrisu, I definitely would have been able to like put that in possibly over like the something, but I don't have one yet. Actually, someone pulled a Dingrisu today, and then a kid offered $50 for it because he just really wanted it and didn't want to like order it online, which I think is ridiculous. Like, I was in a trade for it. We had like a trade set up, and the guy's like, and the kid comes up and is like, I'll give you 50 for it, and I was like, what? Why? It's like $27, $28 right now. He's like, I don't care, I really need it. I was like, all right, then whatever. I was like, dude, take that deal. That deal's sick. Like, you're getting double card value in cash for it. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, I didn't do my Dangerous today, even though I probably should have. I did pull the no material though, so that was cool. And then for the side deck here, Triple Lancia was sitting in there. I have like 15 Lancias. I bought like hella the, yeah, it's DUA, right? Yeah, I bought hella DUA because I played that format a ton. Double Pankratops, card 6, double Lava Golem, just old random crap I had sitting around. I don't know if these are worth anything. I kind of hope they are because I'll definitely get rid of them. The only time I drew this was versus Pen Magicians, but I opened 2 of them and it was just like super dead, so would not recommend. Pankratops didn't really matter, I don't think. I never drew it. Doggeron was a kaiju that I had, that was a common because it's from the Salad Structure deck, so had those lying around. 2 Chalices. I found a gate blocker in my stuff, which is cool. I think it's like $5 right now. I found that in my stuff, and I was like, oh, cool. Might as well put this in there in case we face Mystic Mine. Because I was kind of scared of that deck, because I'm playing like a full monster deck, so I don't think I'd have a good matchup. But yeah, and then my like last back removal card was Paleozoic Holy Knights. I was scared of like Mystic Mine or like Strikers. I didn't have very much spell and trap removal for them, so I just needed to throw in what I could, and like that's the only other spell and trap removal card I had. So yeah, that was the whole deck. Basically what I would end on was very, very simple. So this is way easier to do when you have the, so this combo is like way easier to do when you have Dingrisu, but like you can still kind of do it if you like have one of the, if you open up one of the Orcas. So essentially it's like the standard Orcas combo off of Mermaid, which I'm sure we've all done like a million times. So basically it is, you do the Mermaid, the Nightmare, to make Galatea, then you banish, was it? Yeah. And then you send our Nightmare to send Harpour, and then you banish Harpour to special summon Symbol. You link these for Dingrisu or Laundrisu. Obviously, I didn't have PK Engine in bulk, or else I would have put that in. I think I had some of like the commons, but I didn't have any Fog Blitz, so there's no point. And I don't have a Bardiche in bulk. I have like 2 or 3 though for some reason, but none in bulk sadly. So make Laundrisu. Then you use Symbol Skeleton to put Galatea back. You shuffle back in Symbol Skeleton to play Babel from the deck. And then normally what you would do here is you'd make a Dingrisu on top to attach Harpour or Nightmare, depending on like what you wanted. And then that would like set up your whole combo to roll through. Because then you would, yeah, so then you would make Laundrisu, attach this, and then link them for Bomber. And you link for Bomber, and then on your opponent's turn, you go for the Babel play to summon, to special Symbol from your deck, and then you banish Symbol to drop out, and then banish Symbol to drop out. So Bomber blows up Symbol then, and then you drop out Laundrisu. So then your opponent's like locked out of the your opponent's locked out of the extra monster zone. Their board just got wiped, and it can usually you'll like put Nightmare back, or you'll special summon Nightmare off Harpour, so that it can blow up 3 times. You can blow up twice on them. So it's a pretty cool play. Basically that's what I did all day. It works. It works without the It works without Dingrisu, but you have to open up the other combo pieces to do it. So you have to open like one extra of the other like cards already, or like discard them for your combo. So like I couldn't do it consistently because I didn't have Dingrisu, but it didn't really matter that much. I still was able to like catch wins. Just a lot of the times I would open them. Like Card Trooper Milan was like kind of common, and I played 7 of them, and so it wasn't like too bad. Anyways, the whole deck functioned pretty okay. Like it was a fun deck on the day. I did pretty well in like all my matches. If you want a really really budget deck, I think like the only expensive card in here is like this and this, but this isn't even necessary. Like you don't have to play this. Everything else is super cheap. I want to say you could build this deck for like everything in it for under like $30. And like other than if you don't count this, like everything in here is like dollar cards at most. Like I'm pretty sure card trippers are like 25 cents, limiters are 25 cents, Keller Wolves are like 10 cents. These are probably worth like 50 cents or something, but like not much. Like the whole deck is super cheap, and it's surprisingly okay for like a budget deck. Like I was able to beat like some decent decks with it and like end on like okay boards. So like if you wanted to build like a whole deck like this, there's like not much you would change in here, honestly. Like so going through it, the only thing I would really change is like I would play Called by the Graves because that card's sick, and I would play like better hand traps than Veiler. But besides that, you don't really have to do too much to it. Like this is like a definite cut. I would drop MSTs for Twins. I would probably drop Veilers for Ashes. Ashes just like a better generic card. But you don't have to change too much, and it's surprisingly like pretty okay as a deck. Really fun. This card is so dope. Like this is like my favorite card. This is all like, it's so fun to limiter people for because like no one expects it. No one was ready for me to just like limiter them ever and just die to it until like I played my friends who all knew that's what I was doing. So like until I started playing my teammates, like no one was ready for it. People are always like, and even my teammates were always playing around it because they're just so scared of just dying to limiter out of nowhere. So pretty fun. This is definitely like the MVP of the deck, like for what I've been playing recently. Like being able to just bomber people out is so good. Bomber like auto wins. Anything that's not striker, bomber beats pretty much right now. If they can't out the bomber and they can't out the babble, you're gonna win the game. Or if you have open like crescendo babble, like there's no chance. You'll win like every game that you can do that on. So that's really fun. It actually like has some pretty good matchups all around. It can like a lot of the cards synergize really well. Like this is really good synergy with it. This is really good synergy with it. This has synergy with like the whole Orcus package. And like this can just mill so good in this deck. There's so many mill targets. Like if we go through the mill targets, there's just like an absurd amount. So if we're gonna look at it, literally. So, like, I don't know how many this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have 15 targets to mill off Card Trooper that all like do stuff in your graveyard. Like it's so insane, like how easy that is. And Machina Fortress is like so clutch right now because like it just swings and it can like crash into stuff and like blow stuff up. So like you can just out stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to out. A card like Steel Drain is so good in this deck. Like being able to just Steel Drain your opponent beats so much stuff right now. And like your deck doesn't care because like if you get floodgated, like your matchup is then just playing Machina Fortress Turbo, and this is an inherent summon, so they can't even like Call by the Grave it or Abyss Dwell or it. So like they just have to deal with it being on board. So the whole deck is really fun. I had a lot of enjoyment playing, just like beating people with it because like I felt like I shouldn't have. Then as I played it, I realized this deck's actually like not terrible. The worst part was like maintaining hand advantage, but that's whatever. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to subscribe and check out my channel for more awesome decks. And yeah, give this a try on Dueling if you want to play something fun. I think like you should be able to understand every card in here. I don't think anything's... The weirdest card is probably this one. Mechanity's Tetherwolf, Kriston, Rosenix, and everything else I think is fairly standard. What was the other one? Oh, so these are the only weird cards. So this is Fistburn. Kriston Fistburn, level 3 water for 200 attack for 200 defense. You can banish it to add a Kriston. This one is Kriston Rosenix. You banish to summon a token. And this is Mecha Phantom Beast Tetherwolf. Then when it's normal summon, it summons a token. So these are all just like token generation machines that help you like get into your Orcus combos. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me a sub if you guys want to see more fun stuff like this. I just wanted to see how it would go. I wanted to record all my matches. However, my shop owner was like, nope, can't record. We might be too busy, and then it was like dead, which really sucked. Because I definitely could have like recorded all my matches today. It would have been really cool to see them all. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.